This is a Department for Transport report, commissioned by a Prime Minister who thought it was going to deliver bad news that he could then use to wage his war on motorists. By reducing traffic and emissions, LTNs can contribute to a cleaner, safer environment within schemes. This, in turn, can encourage active travel and improve quality of life. They then look at other studies in San Francisco and Toronto showing that cyclists and pedestrians are now spending more money per month in commercial... And so it goes on. 300 million... I mean, there's data coming out of their ears. And yet it has barely been mentioned at all, because they are trying to do the war on motorists. I don't think I've come across anything more pathetic than the claim that there's a war on motorists. You need to drive slowly through areas where children might be crossing the road. Oh, there's a war on motorists. You have to try to reduce the amount of poison that you're pumping into the atmosphere that we all breathe. Oh, there's a war on motorists. They're trying to reduce the likelihood of people bombing down urban side streets in order to shave 5 minutes off their journey, because the people that live on those side streets don't like having cars flying past at all hours. There's a war on motor. I just think it's the biggest pile of crud that I have ever come across in all the years that I've been following politics on this programme. The idea that there was a war on motorists was ridiculous. The proof that there was never a war on motorists, that people who live in low traffic neighbourhoods actually like it, is clear. And the government aren't advertising their own research because it flies in the face of what they thought would be a rhetorical victory, a rhetorical jackpot. And yet I know that if I was built in a slightly different way, I could open up the phone lines now and deal with a long queue of people absolutely adamant that there's a war on motorists. So where does the idea come from? And given that if I have just called you pathetic, it's possible that I've deterred you from ringing in, which means that the challenge falls to the rest of us of trying to work out, what does this appeal to inside someone? Who is the mythical voter who actually enjoys being told that they are being persecuted? It's this idea that there is a war. No one goes anywhere really without some sort of use of motor vehicles, whether it's public transport, whether you're in a taxi or an Uber, whether you're driving yourself or someone else is driving you. That the idea that you can divide the population into motorists and non-motorists is objectively ridiculous.